okay? Okay. And now we will let our session about marketing communication. Firstly, we will invite the author Thanh present for the paper factor assessing the customer satisfaction in using credit card service. The case of Techcombank Headquarter transaction office in Hanoi City. Please. And now we will stop our session. Chị nghe được không chị Hoa ơi?
Dạ, bây giờ mới nghe được ạ. Vâng, cô Lê Trâm phải không ạ? Xin chào cô ạ.
Dạ, vâng, em chào chị Hoa. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu với bài của chị đầu tiên ạ.
Vâng ạ, thế em xin phép. Vâng ạ. Dear Dr. Đinh Thị Lê Trâm, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Dear Dr. Đinh Thị Lê Trâm and Ms. Phuong Thao Nguyen, the chair of the session 4, and the authors and participants in this session. On behalf of our research team, I'd like to present our study on factors influencing the customer satisfaction in using credit card service. Could you please, are you sharing my presentation, or could you please let me share on my screen? Yeah. Could you please let me have the right to share my screen? All right, I'm sharing my presentation. Yeah. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Our study is about factors influencing the customer satisfaction in using credit cards.
We don't see your slide, your profile. Your sharing, not yet seen.
Can you share me? Share. I will share. Okay. Are you? Yeah, I see. Yeah.
That's okay now. Yes, we will have to see your slide.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I will start. Our study is regarding the factor influencing the customer satisfaction in using the credit card service. The case of Techcombank Headquarter transaction office in Hanoi. We are a group of co-authors from CMC University and Techcombank Headquarter transaction office in Hanoi. Our main focus is to identify and measure the factors influencing customer satisfaction with credit card services at the Techcombank Headquarter transaction office in Hanoi. We adopt the software model based on the research data from 100 Techcombank credit card customers. We use a Likert scale survey and quantitative data method. Our study revealed that for the Techcombank headquarter transaction office in Hanoi, three factors, namely reliability, empathy, and assurance of credit card services, do affect the customer satisfaction. Meanwhile, there's no relationship between the tangibility, responsiveness, and customer satisfaction in the case of the bank. Our keywords are service quality, so-called Techcombank, and satisfaction. I would like to introduce just very briefly about the research and literature review. Vietnam's credit card market has seen remarkable growth since 1996, and Techcombank claimed to be the top one in the country's credit and debit card payment volume in 2023. The bank is facing fierce competition and has strived to enhance customer satisfaction over credit card service. So, although customer satisfaction has been well recognized as a crucial tool to gain competitiveness in the banking sector, few researches have been examined for specific banking products, such as the credit cards, especially in Vietnam's context. Therefore, this study contributes to the literature by investigating factors that impact credit cards customer satisfaction through the case of a leading market player in Vietnam's credit card market, that is Techcombank Headquarter Transaction Office. The so-called model by Parasuraman et al. 1988, the most popular model for measuring customer satisfaction, outlined 5 aspects of service quality that affect client satisfaction: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibles. Various studies employing this model in different contexts have shown different association between service quality dimensions and customer satisfaction level. Some research showed that all 5 dimensions of so-called model are positively associated with the satisfaction of retail banking customer. Meanwhile, some study, especially the study on the context of the Vietnamese banking sector by Nguyen et al. In 2015, revealed that only 4 factors, namely tangibility, assurance, responsiveness, and empathy, are statistically positively associated with customer satisfaction in Vietnam banking sector. There are some other studies found no association between assurance and responsiveness and customer satisfaction. So we see that few studies are known for examining factors impacting customer satisfaction in a specific area of banking services, such as credit card service in general, and in Vietnam in particular. While it has seen a great development and differentiation to meet customer growing demands these days, so few relevant insights and recommendations can be found from previous literature for Vietnam banking sector's decision maker. So therefore, this study can recognize this research gap, and especially in the Vietnamese context, by emphasizing the specific financial service. This research is more effective in measuring the level of service quality and customer satisfaction, as well as offering more relevant and valuable recommendations to improve the quality of that service. Now I will introduce about the conceptual framework and our hypothesis. We use a conceptual framework between service quality and customer satisfaction introduced by Parasuraman et al. In 1985, with 5 factors, namely reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility. You see, all of these factors affect to the quality of service and therefore affect to the customer satisfaction. We adjourn 5 hypotheses that there are a positive influence of reliability and responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility of credit card service and customer satisfaction in Techcombank Headquarter Transaction Office, respectively. Our research methodology and data analysis is the core content of this research. We choose a deductive approach for to analyze the service quality through using a consistent framework. By analyzing the circle model, 5 key factors of service quality are determined. Analogical research process is built. We use quantitative data to test the predetermined hypothesis. The results of testing hypothesis will identify which factors of service quality that have impact on customer satisfaction in the provision of credit card service in Techcombank Headquarter Transaction Office in Hanoi. The questionnaire form is designed based on a Likert scale form when participants have 5 selections from 1 to 5, 1 for the less agreement and 5 for the most agreement. The questionnaire is designed based on the SOCO model developed, SOCO model, and it includes those questions that are relevant to a multiple item scale, 22 items. The data is collected within 4 weeks and gather 100 valid response. Our research obtained data from 100 participants, among which there are 63% are males and are females, and the rest are females. In terms of age, the participants, the majority of the participants are people in the age of 29 to 35, with accounting for 42%. 40% of participants are people aged 22 to 28. 60 people aged from 36 to 42, and the rest are 43 to 49. In terms of job status, 66% of people of the participants in our research are full-time employee, 12% are part-time employees, and 12% are students, and 7% are freelancer, and just only 3% are people of other job status. So we do some the reliability and validity analysis based on the results of setting internal consistency of data. Cronbach sulfur is greater than 0.7 for 5 sets of data that are relevant to 5 factors of service quality. So the data is completely reliable. As you can see in the table 1, the result of the testing data reliability. In addition, as we can see in the table 2, the results of testing data validity shows that the data sampling adequacy is acceptable with the KMO is greater than 0.7. We do the regression model. The regression model is developed based on the 5 variable SOPA model. We see there are 2 controlling variables, age and gender, which are dummy variables. Participants of different age and gender can have different views of service quality, and their satisfaction is also varied significantly. So the model is developed as follows. So customer satisfaction equal to A plus B1 reliability of credit card service, plus B2 responsiveness of credit card service, plus B3 assurance of credit card service, plus B4 the empathy of credit card service, plus B5 tangibility of credit card service, plus B6 the age of participants, and plus B7 gender of participants. But then when we do the correlation analysis, based on the results of correlation of analysis, there is a correlation between the customer satisfaction and tangibility, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy when the p-value is much lower than 0.01. However, there is no correlation between the customer satisfaction and 2 controlling variables when the p-value is higher than 0.05. So these 2 variables are removed in the regression model of the customer satisfaction. The model should be developed at the following. As you can see in the slide, we remove 2 variables of age and gender. Then we do the coefficient analysis based on the result of coefficient analysis to insignificant tangibility and responsiveness when the p-value of two variables is higher than 0.05. So the tangibility and responsiveness variables should be removed from the regression model of customer satisfaction in order to improve the quality of model. Then the model is developed as the following, as you can see in the slide. When we remove two insignificant variables, there are only three factors that have relation with the customer satisfaction. After running the data, the regression model of customer satisfaction with credit card service in Techcombank as follows. As you can see, and the value of R and R square is 0.642 and 0.412, reflecting an acceptable ability to use the independent variables in the model to explain on customer satisfaction with Techcombank credit card service. So all three independent variables have a positive influence on customer satisfaction when their p-value in the coefficient analysis is lower than 0.05. So based on the results of the linear regression model, we see that the strongest influence of service quality can be found is the empathy variable, followed by the assurance variable and reliability variable, respectively. This is our hypothesis testing result. You can see that two hypotheses. There is a positive influence of responsiveness and changeability of credit card service and customer satisfaction in Techcombank headquarter transaction office are rejected. Why? Three hypotheses that there is a positive influence of reliability, assurance, and empathy of credit card service and customer satisfaction in Techcombank headquarter transaction office are accepted. So we can conclude that there are no significant impacts of tangibility and responsiveness on customer satisfaction when customers use Techcombank credit card services. Meanwhile, there is a positive relationship between reliability and customer satisfaction when customers use the credit card service from Techcombank. So the bank has effectively performed in providing the credit card service in which customer can easily access the various services, and the transaction can be taken timely and accurate. The customer using Techcombank credit card service agreed that increased assurance is crucial in boosting the satisfaction. Customer can easily find support and consultation from Techcombank staff, which helps them feel safe using credit card services. As the last factor of credit card service quality is empathy, which is positively associated with credit cards customer satisfaction in Techcombank. Customer need Techcombank's understanding and thoughtfulness, and its staff should be willing to listen to them. Customers expected that the staff understands what they want, and customer fulfillment should be promoted. So, from the results of the study, we have three recommendations for the decision maker of the bank in particular and other bank in general, if they want to boost the customer satisfaction of the credit card users. Firstly, to enhance the reliability of credit card service by accelerating online banking system performance and privacy protection. Consider customer experience to ensure the highest convenience for customers during using credit card services. Secondly, well-designed training program and internal communication regarding updates of credit card services should be delivered to the staff to provide comprehensive and complicated credit card service consultation to customers and prepare them to build mutual relationship with customers. Thirdly and lastly, consistent specific training and motivational programs should be invested to build Techcombank staff empathy capability. Although the training investment may take time to be effective, the results are well deserved, especially as when the staff's empathy skills are improved, they may simultaneously improve the level of assurance. Our study have some limitation. The research could only identify the factor of service quality that leverage the customer satisfaction, and a specific explanation has not been developed. So the results can be more valuable when qualitative data can be used, and this set of data have provide better analysis of the relationship between service quality components and customer satisfaction. Second limitation is that customer with credit card service users may also have used various services from the Techcombank, and their experience with other services could influence their evaluation of service quality and satisfaction. So future studies should extend the scope of research or limit participants to customers who only use credit card service. Finally, the so-called model is effective in developing a useful framework for analyzing the service quality and customer satisfaction, but could not help capture the different aspects of service quality. So, future study, if any, should propose an extension of the so-called model. Thank you. Above, I will present about our study regarding the factor affecting the customer satisfaction for the case of Techcombank Headquarter Transaction Office in Hanoi. We'd like to hear the discussion and contribution and comments from the other authors and the chair and participants of this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hoa. Thank you very much. And now we will invite Ms. Nguyen Thao from University of Economics of University of Danang. We will discuss and some comment for your paper. Can you hear us clearly?
Not very clearly, but are you Ms. Phuong Thao who will discuss about my okay. I try my best to catch your comment.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. It's very detailed research, and through your presentation, we get a lot more information. I want to ask because your research specifically about banking sector, right? The service quality in a bank, in a specific bank in Hanoi. So I want to know, it doesn't really show in the research, but I want to know what's the difference in this specific service compared to any other service. Let's say the service quality in a university or in a school. What's the difference in a bank? Your research, it does any, you don't really highlight the difference of this specific sector. Can you hear me?
Did you ask that what the difference between the factors affecting from my research? What's the difference with the factor affecting service quality in a bank and service quality other entity or other service like education, for example, right? That's the first question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that make your I think we should discuss that to make your research different and unique from other researches about service quality, because in marketing, there's a lot of research about service quality, but your study is different because it focus more on the bank. So I think I want to know what's the difference.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Do you have other questions? I'd like to hear all the questions, and then I can arrange the idea, and I try to answer as much
Yeah,
as.
I think one more comment is that the number of responses in your research is only 100 respondents, right?
Yeah,
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 normally,
100 valid.
normally I think 100 maybe is small number to make your research, how to say, to have generability.
Yeah,
It, like, in my opinion, maybe 300 or 500, even more, because in your research there are like 5 or 6 variables. So I think 100 can be like quite small number of respondents to make your research reliable, or to make it like scientifically generable. That's my comment on the number of respondents.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all. Thank you, Ms. Phương Thảo, for your questions and comment. Regarding the volume of the data, we agree that actually a better number should be at least 200, I think, for the quantitative data. However, because due to the limitation of time to do this research, it takes us nearly 4 weeks to gather 100 valid respondents. It's not easy to get the full answer from the people who use the credit card services. So we know that actually we should add it to the limitation of the research. For future study, if we can, we should expand the volume of the data to at least 200 respondents. Thank you for your comment. Uh, for the first question, you asked about the difference of the research for the factors affecting the customer satisfaction for bank services compared to the other. Um, we think that even when we compare between the um, different services of a bank, there may be different, you know, relationship between the 5 factors of software model to the customer satisfaction. Not mentioning when we try to differentiate between the factor reflecting affecting to the service customer satisfaction between the bank service and other services. Because we have not done any, as you can see in the literature review, we have seen that based on different contexts and based on different service, there the research found different relation between the factors relating affecting to the customer satisfaction. Um, so I think that I cannot say by now what's the difference between the factor. I cannot answer the first question right now unless when we have do different research uh, regarding the factor affecting the customer satisfaction with other services.
Mhm.
That's my answer now. Yeah,
Okay, thank
yeah,
you very much. I get it. So I want to change the question a little bit so it's easier for you to answer. Can you hear me?
yeah. I can.
So because in marketing, the research about service quality is like a lot. So
Yes.
what is our research gap? Your research, what is the gap? What is the gap in your research that you're trying to highlight? You're trying to, how to say, emphasize. You want to highlight or emphasize in your research. What make it different from any other service quality research?
our highlight is that for the Techcombank transaction office in Hanoi, only 3 factors of the so-called model affects the customer satisfaction. Not we cannot apply all the model. We cannot assume that all 5 factors of so-called model affect to the customer satisfaction of the Techcombank transaction office. That's our conclusion.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Thao.
I asked because this is very interesting topic because not a lot of research like in the session is about banking. So it's very interesting topic, and sometimes it's very difficult to get like data in that sector, in banking sector. So
Yeah.
a topic is like new compared to other topic about consumer behavior.
Yeah.
And you for your trying to, even though you're far away and you have circumstances, but you still like try to present today online. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now we will invite the second paper for our session. The paper of the author Lê Khánh Ly and children Quốc Bảo, who are on the board, and the paper about the how model gender attraction influence